Okay, hello and welcome. I hope everyone's doing well. I'm doing pretty good. Let's continue with Dawn of War. It's loaded up here. Last time I think we got through 3 missions and we're up to the 4th one.
See.
I think there's like 10-12 missions in total. Campaign's not very long.
The defense of the city of Magna Bonum was a success. The orcs caught us off our guard, but not unprepared. I will not underestimate these aliens again. It is clear now that their primary push was towards the capital city, and they have moved in to attack with a speed I have rarely seen a military force capable of achieving. I have read reports of orc clans who focus on fast strikes, but I did not realize they could be so coordinated. It is as if something is driving the orcs here, some unknown desire or instinct. The Imperial Guard regiments watching over the city are decimated and will not be resupplied for at least 24 hours. The orcs will renew their attacks far sooner. Our scouts are reporting a force massing 50 kilometers from the city that dwarfs the group that attacked Magna Bonum. And reports from civilians speak of a mighty orc who leads them. Bigger and more cunning than the rest. If the capital city falls, this planet will not be far behind. I cannot allow this to occur.
We're having to fight war against the orcs. Some of the dialogue there makes it seem like this most likely wouldn't be the first time Gabriel had actually fought against the orcs. Space Marines do live for quite a long time. I actually can't remember how old the oldest one is. I think the oldest one is like Dante, the oldest living one, not interred in a dreadnought. Is Dante of like the Blood Angels? And I think he's at least 1,000 years old or something like that. So, and during that time, they would have a lot of battles. Yeah, well, a lot of it, I imagine, is just for the benefit of the player. Because, you know, having to describe all of this stuff and fill them in on what's going on and all this for people completely new to the genre. I think this game did a pretty good job of that. Anyway, let's start. It's the War Orcs. And assumably that one in the center there is the city which we're in. It also seems like quite a few orcs are diverging to attack us. Destroy the Xenos.
Everything is ready, boss. Them Humies is in for a good stomping. This is gonna be the best fight of their miserable lives.
Just make sure it's the last fight of their lives.
I don't take orders from you, Humie.
We've held up our side of the bargain, have we not? You wanted a new planet to wage war on, and we have given it to you. You wanted to face the Imperium's greatest warriors, the Space Marines. They are here. We've even provided you with weapons and Imperial tanks to use on the battlefield. And all we ask in return is that you keep the Imperials distracted from our operations here.
You've kept your word. But that still don't mean you can order the orcs around.
My apologies. We've delivered the last of the weaponry. They're in the hands of your servants. We'll take our leave now. I respectfully request that you keep the Marines busy for as long as you can.
We'll keep them more than busy. We'll keep them dead.
The thought of kowtowing to these creatures disgusts me. The orcs are a tool, nothing more. And quite an effective one, I might add. Perhaps. But I dislike providing such unpredictable aliens with our own weaponry. Lord Bale. Orcs are not unpredictable. Quite the contrary. You can rely on them to turn against you. But they will honor our agreement as long as we provide them with enemies to satiate their battle lust. If we intimidated them into doing our bidding, showed them our strength, they would take pause before betraying us. You cannot intimidate something that knows no fear. Trouble yourself no longer with the orcs. We will have what we came for and be gone before they finish with the Imperials and turn on us.
Why's we talking with them humies instead of fighting with them? Them smelly Chaos boys is weak. Not nearly enough of a challenge for the boys. If they were strong like orcs, they wouldn't need us to fight for them. We'll take their guns and their help, and when we're done chopping up all the humies, we'll come back here and chop them up as well.
Orbital imagery shows a heavy concentration of orcs in the area. We must secure a location and establish a base before destroying the war boss and his clan. Combine the holy fire of the whirlwinds with the jump packs of our assault marines. Cleanse this area.
I was trying so hard not to laugh during the cutscene. The voice acting for the Chaos Space Marines is so great. Lord Bale is having terrible sinus problems on this planet. Okay, let's bombard this.
Taking heavy fire.
Apparently, are you going to attack?
Triangulating attack coordinates. Whirlwind here. Is Whirlwind here. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
There. Just attack whatever you can. Attack ground seems to give you issues. So we have these whirlwinds. Yeah, they're ranged artillery. They fire missiles from the little turret up the top. Built on the Rhino chassis, which is a transport. I don't know if it'll come just yet. And we've also got these lads. The Assault Marines. They have jetpacks, chainswords, and a bolt pistol. They can jump into battle. They're a melee-focused unit. I think we'll just let our whirlwinds clear out this area, really, though.
His wrath falls from the heavens.
Because our Assault Marines are better against infantry. They're not really good against buildings. Or at least we'll do some damage to the buildings. Oh, inaccurate. Oh, whatever.
To the sky.
Fly over there. Ow. Oh, they're not too bad versus buildings, I suppose. Yes. Hey, chainsword. We are losing some, though. Now this is what they're good at. Attacking infantry in melee. Now honestly in Dawn of War I don't tend to use the assault units like this that much. Because they, you know, die during melee and you have to replace them constantly, and I find it's easier just to shoot things from a distance. They won't deal any damage if they can't get within range. I think there is friendly fire in this game. Yeah, there is. So, well, whirlwinds are...
Our scouts report the war boss is in the vicinity of this location.
Thanks.
It seems a second orc clan has gathered between us. They are heavily defended on this plateau. They must be eliminated to clear a path to the war boss.
Okay. Oh, we don't get our whirlwinds back. Boo. Well, we have
Walk softly.
Gabriel and
a big gun.
Isidore, I think it is.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Direct us to the enemy.
Is there another point over here? There's one over there.
Stay vigilant, brothers.
Let's go get it.
Knowledge is power.
Both of you go down as
Hide
well.
it well.
Here to serve.
We stand ready.
Yes,
That-
most
that-
beneficent one.
Objective achieved. We stand ready.
And get this point. Stick our flag in it.
Fear denies faith.
I think we're fine
Walk
with what units we
softly
have for the moment.
and carry a big gun.
I stand ready.
Awaiting orders.
Let's get some replacements
Yes, Lord.
for the lost assault
Initializing
marines.
build protocol. Here to serve.
Once you finish that, build that.
Yes,
Once you
most
finish that,
beneficent
once you
one.
go down and build that.
Fear denies faith.
2 more. 3 more.
Ever vigilant. Direct us to the enemy.
And I'm gonna wait until we get some tactical marines.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
Or I could get some scouts. I think tactical marines are a better usage of our squad cap though. They're more versatile, even though the scouts can go invisible and they have sniper rifles. Oh, oh boy.
The enemy is attacking. Mindless.
So the orcs have their own variants of the assault marines.
are now available to us. They can be built from the chapel barracks.
They have units called Storm Boys.
Direct us to the
As you see, they have rockets on their back. And big choppers. They're basically the same as our assault marines. Except not as tough.
ever vigilant.
But I think they come in larger squads.
Here to
Even then
serve.
though, they're not really a God.
With all due haste.
They even
Yes,
with their
most
larger numbers,
beneficent one.
they really don't stand a chance against Space Marines.
Initializing build
Knowledge is
protocol.
Hey! Leave my servitor alone. Oh, I need more power.
Direct us to the enemy. Orders received, brother.
My faith is my shield.
Also, you can't attach your commanders to assault squads because they don't have
I
jetpacks.
serve mankind.
Fear denies taking heavy fire.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Stab. Dead.
Yes, Lord.
Build another generator. I'm going to get you to build another generator.
Initializing build protocol.
And we've got a new grenade here, melter bombs. They're anti-vehicle grenades. Upgrade our heavy weapons.
What is your order?
Yep. I'll just have to wait on these generators. Oh. Generators don't expand the build area?
With all due haste.
I'm so used to playing this with mods that I can't really remember what's part of the mod and what's not.
I will do as you ask.
Yeah, that's a knob squad. They're bigger and tougher orcs. So, it's not really meaning much under such firepower. As we have here. Ouch. Okay. I think I'll build another turret over here. Yeah, my turrets don't extend my build zone either.
Initializing
Ooh.
protocol. Yes, Lord.
This makes it more difficult to... Wait. It expanded it? No, I don't think it did. Look, could you stop this? I have things to do. And you're preventing me from doing it. So you're damaging my turrets.
Orders received.
Okay, I might just keep you over there. Let's get some tactical marines. Well, they're Space Marine squad, but technically there'd be tactical marines in the game.
Instructions. I exist to serve.
Heresy grows relentless.
In the tabletop, anyway. I believe
We are the Emperor's chosen.
in the tabletop you have different, like, different squad types for the Space Marines, I
Squad
think.
deployed.
You have tactical marines, which are your basic marine squad, basically what these guys
the
are.
Emperor's
I think
chosen.
you could equip them with plasma guns, maybe flamers,
Under fire. Stay vigilant.
and probably some other things.
Stand ready.
And then for heavier weapons like the heavy bolters and missile launchers, you would have a Devastator squad.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Which is basically the heavy weapons too, so. Okay.
Venerate the immortal
We
emperor.
stand ready. Moving out. Direct us to the
Up over
enemy.
there.
Awaiting orders.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Yeah, just going to need more requisition. Oh, and we've hit our squad cap.
What would you have me do?
Fear not the Psyker.
Yes, Lord.
Right.
I await your instructions.
We'll just wait on our squads being
Praise the
upgraded, I
Emperor.
suppose, or reinforced.
The emperor protects.
And we'll get
My faith
flamers.
is my shield. Faith and duty. For the honor of the chapter.
and let's head out.
For the emperor. I shall not fail. My faith is my shield.
No one's taking this point.
Thing as innocence.
Let's go and get it.
Only degrees of guilt.
And we'll equip you with some heavy bolters.
Beware.
I'm going to detach you so that you can help them.
No such thing as innocence. Only degrees of guilt.
Punt.
Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
You can see the knobs are doing a bit of a number on my space marines there.
Area secure.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
So their morale is broken, so they're not doing as much damage now as they were.
At your command.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Here to serve.
Okay, you move up.
Build routine
Get this
7 to
requisition
1
point.
initiated. Yes, most beneficent one.
Build another turret. We're also going to have to upgrade to the monastery so that we can get our plasma guns and missile launchers. There is such a thing as a heavy plasma gun, but don't think they're a thing in Dawn of War.
Beware.
I believe they're in Dawn of War 2.
At your command.
There's also
Here to serve.
what, heavy flamers as well. I think they're a thing in Dawn of War. I think Terminator squads have them. Terminators are space marines wearing armor, which is the equivalent of a tank. That frag grenades and melter bombs and upgrade to the monastery, wasn't I? Hold off. There we go. That's more important. And we'll get our target finders and bionics. It's a little odd because presumably the Space Marines would have bionics already, but
faith and duty.
Part of what makes a Space Marine. Whatever.
Advance.
Just enjoy. Splat.
Follow my lead. Follow my lead.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Run away.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Where's my other
Yes,
dude?
Lord.
There he is.
As you wish. Here to serve.
Clicking this button quickly allows you to select
Here
all
to
of them.
serve.
All of your builders. If you click it slowly, it cycles through all the builders which aren't currently doing anything.
Build routine 7 to 1 initiated.
That. Bionics. Get another Space Marine squad when
The
that's
machine
done.
cult is ready to be requisitioned.
Yay.
Build it to gain access to vehicles. He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Let's get some whirlwinds.
Space
Maybe some
Marines,
other things?
advance.
No surrender!
I stand ready. This day shall be a glorious
I
one
await
for the
your
Imperium.
instructions. Yes, Lord.
Hey, we can upgrade our research. Requisition resource. Escalate engagement research. So, I think it just provides a bonus. Yeah, you spend 75 requisition and 250 power to get an increase to your requisition. So
Yes,
it doesn't
Lord.
lower your power outage, your power generation. I don't think. Pretty sure I'd mention that. It's the opposite of this one here.
Taking hits!
Oop.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Let's see. Get a sergeant, and we'll get 2 missile launchers on you. And you can build the machine cult, where we have 350 requisition.
Walk softly and carry
Yes,
a big
Lord.
gun. My knowledge is at your disposal. Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose?
Thank you. And there we go.
Through discipline, we prevail. On alert, brothers.
I await
The enemy
your
must be nearby.
instructions.
Okay, we've got enough now? We've got enough now.
Here to serve.
Get the machine cult. I'm gonna put this
With all due
There.
haste.
bit on stand ground, deploy troops over there. Same as this. I'll get another Space Marine squad. And I... Sure, we don't need to research vehicle cap to be able to start building vehicles. It just said 0 out of 0 because we don't actually have a way to produce vehicles at the moment. I believe. It should go up when our machine cult's built.
Marine squad deployed. Yes, my lord.
The animations for the buildings being constructed are great.
Yes, my lord.
Like how they're all kind of prefabricated.
What is your order? Heresy grows from idleness. Ever vigilant.
Whirlwinds and their long-range artillery are being made available. Build them from the machine cult.
Yay, we can get whirlwinds. Let's get some. And we have 2, and they do cost 2, so... They cost 2 vehicle caps, so we'll upgrade our vehicle cap so we can get more. Upgrade enhanced target finders and bionics level 2.
At your command. At your command.
Sergeants for you? Yep.
My faith is my shield.
Okay.
Faith and duty.
Move up.
For the glories of the Emperor.
Grenade!
Fear not the sight.
Did you kill them?
Destroy them.
Today the enemy shall not fear.
Bodies.
We are united in his service.
Stand ready.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. Space Marines, advance!
What's your order? Onward! To
On alert,
glory!
brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Charge up.
For the Emperor.
We are the Emperor's
Why are you charging into melee? I don't want you to do that. You have guns.
Heresy.
Are we going to need you over here?
Whirlwind here.
Here to serve.
We also have mines, which you can place on the ground.
Do as you ask.
This will be done.
When they're finished being constructed, they will, after a little while, they will go invisible. And they deal rather good damage, I think, against infantry, which steps on them.
Activating jump pad. Heresy grows from idleness. For the Emperor. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Okay, start uncapping that point.
We stand
I said
ready.
start uncapping that point.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Let's see. Once they're detected, enemies can attack and destroy them. After enough mines to trigger the minefield will be destroyed. Yeah, they take damage every time they blow up.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Whirlwind artillery tank deployed.
I exist to serve.
I'll keep you moving along here.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
You move up. Go through this little foresty area here, but...
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Now!
Accomplished.
Ow!
Beware the alien.
An open mind is like a
Sergeant, you're going to have to get your rocket launcher back.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Kind of want to put you on ceasefire. Because you're firing into melee against my guys, and that hurts me.
Aim shall not falter.
Okay, let's get just
We
plasma
shall
guns on
know
you.
no fear.
They'll help us deal with any of those knob squads we come across.
Of the Emperor still draw breath that can be nice.
Let the grenade fly!
That's quite a lot of dudes.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Fear denies faith.
Praise the Emperor.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Fire in the hole!
Knowledge is power.
Okay, push up. And use smite. There we go.
I stand ready.
Taking damage. Fear denies
He who stands with me shall be my brother.
Fear denies faith. Faith is our shield.
Might need some more Space Marines. Requisition 2 more squads.
Ever vigilant. Orders received.
Venerate the immortal Emperor.
There's a unit we haven't seen, a Mad Dog. It's a orcish medic. You might be wondering why he's not dying. They have an ability,
What is your order?
I think it's called Fighting Juice, where if they use it near
Marine squad deployed.
friendly units, those units gain a buff when, for a period of time, they can't die.
Ever vigilant.
It's that orange cloud which just appeared around him. It's kind of silly. It's how much, you know, how many rounds are being put into him, but they can still break. They're just immortal. So. And then he dies.
At your command.
Bit annoying to deal with, but
Awaiting orders.
okay. Up.
Stay vigilant,
There
brothers.
is no such thing as innocence.
The enemy is attacking.
My faith is my shield. An open mind. My faith is my shield unguarded and unguarded.
Nice. Keep pushing up.
Follow my lead. Confirmed. For the Emperor. We are united in his service.
There's a listening post.
The first step on the road to disappointment. Mind over matter. Mind over On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Go take that point.
Innocence.
There's some odd things here with their movement. I'm not used to it. It's just, I don't know. The units are moving in
At your command.
ways which I'm not familiar with. Especially when I tell them to attack a
Heresy
target.
grows from idleness. Orders received.
Perhaps their targeting became better in the later games.
Here to serve. Yes, most beneficent one. Yes, Lord.
Okay. I think we've got about everything which we can get. We'll just increase our squad caps and research infiltration for our
Yes, my lord.
unused scouts.
Area secured.
Where are
I
you?
await
Okay.
your instructions.
Move up.
I shall obey.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
What is your order?
I actually want
The
you
Emperor
all to
protects. Knowledge is power.
position
We stand
yourselves
ready. Awaiting orders. Fear our wrath.
to
Fear not
guard
the
this
sight.
pass.
Yes, my lord.
Oh, there's actually a killer can up there. We'll have to go deal with that.
Direct us to the enemy.
Yes,
Go
Lord.
over here. Build a listening post
Build
on there.
routine 721
Walk
initiated.
softly.
And all of you,
And carry a big gun.
I'm going to equip you all with missile launchers.
Moving out.
You could be my dedicated building and vehicle
Attacking at
problem
order.
solver.
For the glory of the Imperium. Onward to ever vigilant.
Come on.
Commencing attack. We are the Emperor, so we stand.
Have I not researched melter bombs yet?
While the enemies of the Emperor still
Yeah.
draw breath, let them be at peace.
We are the Emperor's
Beware.
chosen.
My aim shall not falter.
Yes, my lord.
Yep. Okay. Research melters. Don't have any researchers in there.
Praise the Emperor.
Oh, he's just running away.
None shall stop us.
Well, go destroy that building.
Orders. Fear denies fate.
Beware.
Fear denies fate.
You finish that building? You have.
Beneficent one.
Go and get that building.
Yes, my lord.
Or that point.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Under fire. Engaging the enemy.
This day shall be a glorious
I have a squad with no weapons and I don't know what they had. Let's see, you have 4 rocket launchers. You have 2 flamers and 2 plasma guns. You have nothing. You have 4 plasma guns. Okay, so we're going to give you 2 heavy bolters and missile launchers.
Yes, my lord. Understood.
Actually, were you?
Praise the Emperor.
Open mind is like
Oh, you were.
with its gates unlocked.
Oh, I left you over there. Okay. Don't really want to mix heavy bolters and flamers because heavy bolters have longer range than flamers. Pardon? Don't think we really need anything else over here for the moment.
Yes, Lord.
You can build this
I will do as you ask,
and some more turrets.
with all due haste.
Beware the alien, the mutant, the heretic.
We will crush any
That's why I
enemy.
was getting confused that one of my squads had 10 in it. I was expecting 2 of them, but I don't actually have the librarian over here. There's a big mech. There was a big mech.
Stands with me shall
That's
be
like
my
the
brother.
secondary commander unit of the orcs.
Onward to
He
glory.
has a teleporter ability. He's anti-vehicle. And okay, let's pull back. He's also quite good in melee against infantry.
Faith is our
While the
shield.
enemies of
He
the
can also
Emperor
repair
still
vehicles.
draw breath, there can be no peace.
Direct us to ever vigilant.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Okay.
His wrath falls from the heavens.
Yep. Just
Whirlwind here. Approaching target.
actually move up here.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
And I'll get 2 more of you. You should also get some dreadnoughts. They'll help.
Whirlwind here. An easy objective. Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Let's go through these. We have a variety of different stances we can put units in. Ceasefire means that they won't attack targets, even if they're getting attacked. This one, I don't use too much, but burn stance, where they'll prefer to attack buildings. So, stand ground, they won't move when they attack. Hold ground stance, I think they'll move to attack units within an area around where they are, but they'll return to where they're standing. Attack stance, they'll follow people all around to kill them, I believe. Yeah. Attack and pursue any enemy it comes into contact with. So, I like having a more control over my units, so I usually put them into stand ground stance. I don't really know how...
His wrath falls.
I don't really use burn ground stance, because they tend to attack vehicle,
What would you have?
enemy units and buildings equally,
Direct
so
us to the enemy.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
Here to serve,
I don't really know if you can differentiate between their targets that much.
with all due haste.
The AI will
This
sort of just
day shall be a glorious
attack
one for
whatever's
the
close by
Imperium.
and yeah.
Whirlwind here.
On alert, brothers.
It's not like they stop
enemy must
attacking
be
Whirlwind
infantry,
artillery
I
tank
think,
deployed.
and only attack buildings. I don't know. Maybe it would be more useful.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Anyway, when you get into a base, it tends to get flattened pretty quickly. Anyway, so. Okay.
Whirlwind here. An easy
Hop up there.
Walk softly.
Oh, let's just march into their base.
Under eyes.
See, a bunch of their buildings didn't actually upgrade. It didn't update that some of the buildings had been destroyed while they were under the fog of war.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Go and attack this.
The Emperor protects.
At your command, the glory of the Imperium, awaiting orders. Fear denies faith. Moving out.
Damn orcs and the guns on their buildings.
Weapons at ready.
Ugh.
What's your order? What's your order? We stand ready. Commencing attack. On alert, brothers.
The enemy must be nearby.
These little turrets on top of them. They do deal damage. And their main building over there.
We will
I think it has like 3 or 4 cannons on it.
Facilitate ready access to Space Marines. We will need many to ensure the war boss is dead and buried.
Each one is going to individually stomp on the war boss's head, just to make sure. Grind it into a fine
Plasma
paste.
generators are available. The enemy will provide us greater access to power.
Heresy grows.
Ah, yeah, okay, cool.
Heresy grows.
That's a reference to this slag deposit here.
Whirlwind here. Approaching
It's like a super resource of
Yes,
fuel
Lord.
or power. Just stick that right
Yes,
on top
Lord.
of there. Let's build a stronghold here. Don't really need to, but
Initializing build protocol. Here to serve.
I want to.
As you wish.
Even in death I still serve. Moving out. Awaiting orders.
Fear not the Psyker.
For the Emperor! Ever
Hey,
vigilant.
took the point. Well done.
Fear denies faith.
So what
On
do my
alert,
squads have here?
brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
That was the squad with all the plasma guns. Okay.
Command me. I will purge the unclean. I am the instrument of
I'll
his
actually
will.
put you into whole ground stance because you're melee for the moment.
I will crush those who stand before me. Take me into battle.
The animations are so good in this game. Well, for the Dreadnoughts.
At your command.
For most units, for pretty much all the units, I think.
Stay vigilant.
Have a nice amount of
Knowledge is
liveliness
power.
to them.
Hide it well.
Whirlwind here.
Under fire.
Spirit is prepared.
Even in death I still serve.
Now, I might want to upgrade you as assault cannons.
Faith is eternal.
Can I get twin link las cannons? No, I can't upgrade to a fortress monastery.
I am the instrument of his will. What's your order? Onward to glory! I am ready to serve. Again. Take me into
You
battle.
can upgrade their weapons, the assault cannon, giving them a ranged attack,
Then live for yourself.
and it doesn't completely remove their ability to attack in melee. It just replaces one of their arms. So they can still attack in melee
Death
without
I
it.
still serve.
Hello, welcome. Fun fact: a chapter of Space Marines should be around 1,000 Marines. Yeah, they're quite low number. I think that's actually. Let me see. I think that's a decision so that the Space Marines can't actually get enough forces to be able to control and make their own empires,
Knowledge is power.
which is, I think, a problem they had in the past, and so they vastly restricted how many forces they could have.
Instructions.
Well, some chapters
With all due haste, yes, Lord.
don't entirely adhere to
I
this.
will do as you
What would
ask.
you have me do?
Weapons at ready.
This is
It
per
time.
chapter, like Ultramarines. There are sub-chapters, or they called successor chapters of mainline chapters. Can't remember any of them. Oh, jeez. There's like minor chapters, like the Blood Ravens here, and they're supposedly a minor chapter of the Thousand Suns, which is a traitorous Space Marine chapter. But I suppose that's a way they could kind of artificially increase their numbers. Chaos Marines are still in legions. Yep, right. Because yeah, they
Faith is our shield.
Was that part of the Horus Heresy where they restricted how large a Space Marine chapter
While
could be?
the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
The Chaos Marines we've seen so far, I believe, are part of the I believe are part of the Alpha Legion, I think.
Orders
Which,
received, brother.
They're all kind of very ambiguous.
Protects.
I think they are, anyway.
Brother.
We'll see in a bit.
Yes,
You
Lord.
haven't finished building that.
Here to serve.
Okay. Build a chapel barracks. This.
At your command.
One of the loyalist Black Templars and Space Wolves don't follow the limit. Okay. Yeah, I don't know much about the Space Marines. I think I have some Black Templar models. They've got really fancy cloaks. They're really nice models. I'm quite proud of the paint job I did on them. Very dynamic poses. I don't have any Space Wolves though. Happened right after the heresy. After Gurleyman wrote his book. Yes. What's his name? Rabute Gilliman? Ugh. He's the Primarch of the Ultramarines chapter, which we're not actually playing as in Dawn of War. It's just a nice break. They could do quite a few interesting games on the different chapters.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Could have a game based on the Imperial Fist about, like, just, I don't know, fortifying a city and... Or the Space Wolves, where you have wolves. And a lot of melee focus. And so on. Because the different chapters have different focuses. Salamanders are focused on burning things.
Build routine 721 initiated.
I don't really know what the Black Templar are. I don't think the Black Templar are one of the original 12? Yeah. Space Wolves had a few games today. I haven't played every Warhammer 40,000 game.
Yes, most beneficent one. Initializing build protocol.
There is quite a lot of them, and not all of them are necessarily that good, I'd say, so.
Initiated.
What is your order?
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Okay.
Even in death, I
So,
still
you've been
serve.
upgraded, and you
Faith
have
is
auto
eternal.
cannons. Assault cannons, rather. I think that's basically like a
I am the instrument
heavy bolter.
of his will.
Let's go across this river. It is negative cover. We'll take more damage while we're
Orders
wading through the
received.
water, but
Cleanse, purge, kill. Weapons at
Space
ready.
Marines, we don't
It
care.
is time.
okay, we have to go this way.
Onward to glory.
Sanctus Reach is most recent. I think I remember that.
Understood. Fear our wrath.
The name sounds familiar. I can't really put an image to it.
I stand ready. What would you
I've been looking a fair bit at what's it called, Gladius. That doesn't have a specific Space Marine chapter. They're just nondescript Space Marines. Punch him! No, my dread dawn. It's kind of aggravating to watch that game,
Praise
Gladius,
the
because you're like,
Emperor.
I want a specific Space Marine
Faith
chapter.
is our shield.
But I think
Knowledge
it's
is
just
power.
color.
Hide it
Yes,
well.
my lord. Faith is our
Like,
shield.
these Space Marines are red, these Space Marines are blue.
Ever
Eh.
vigilant. What is your order?
Black Templars are Rogel Dawn's kids, descended from the Fists. Oh, okay. Ultra for Gladius. Is it? Huh.
Here
I've
to
seen a few
serve.
people playing it, and I thought it was
exist
just
to
nondescript
serve.
Space Marines. There's a Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine, the game, where you play as the
Build
Ultra
routine
Marines,
721 initiated.
which is quite fun. I like that game. I think I've played through it like twice. Should play through it again.
The area is secure.
My faith is my shield.
Faith is eternal. Onward to glory!
All the melee combat, stomping and punching things really hard.
Cleanse, purge, kill!
Yes.
Okay.
Taking heavy fire!
You.
As
I want you up
wish.
here. No, not a turret.
Build
That
routine
will
721
come in time.
initiated.
Yes, my
Okay.
lord.
Good, good.
Ever vigilant.
My faith is my
Ever
shield.
vigilant.
We can't repair our
Even
dreadnoughts.
in death I still serve. Take me into battle.
Just have to get one of my servitors up here.
Here to serve.
Move up there.
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no
Yes,
peace.
my lord. Onward to glory!
Yes, most beneficent one.
Okay. That.
Consolidating position on the objective. Heresy grows from
Move up
idleness.
there.
Yes, Lord.
And yeah, once we get there, we'll just keep pushing up into their base.
Yes, most beneficent one. As you wish. Initializing
There.
build protocol.
Direct us to the enemy.
You can all move up there as well. You love messing dreads in this game. Sure, it's not right with the law, but it's still fun. Yeah. I'm kind of glad the game doesn't stick to like too realistic things for that. Though I think in the later ones they do actually put some unit caps on it. I seem to remember in Winter Assault you could just mass Kassakin squads, which are elite squads of Imperial Guardsmen, and just annihilate everything. Because they have the really
Knowledge is
awesome
power.
cannons, or really awesome weapons.
Death I still serve.
Maybe
Venerate
also
the immortal
Terminators?
Emperor.
I'm not too sure.
Cleanse.
Pretty sure
purge,
unit caps were
kill.
added in later games. In the later, like, standalone expansions.
Look at that monstrosity. I have heard legends of such beasts, but I've never seen one.
Ah!
Men, concentrate your fire. We must take this creature down.
Kill the... Shag off. Squig off. Oh no, it's eating a space marine. It's got him stuck on his tusk. Oh, jeez. And there's a killer can there. It's always something which has bugged me a little bit in this game, because killer cans are like a smaller version of what is equivalent of a dreadnought for the orcs, which is a death dread. A death dread is the one which has an orc in it. Killer cans have Gretchen in them. It's like smaller. Either they mix them up or something. So it's interesting that they never actually added the death dread. Ah, squig off. I don't think. No, this was a thing in the Warhammer, I think, but I don't think it ever had an official model. Just like, just a large model. Pfft. I think there was one people using it in a fantasy battle in one of the battle reports, but they're not actually a thing in fantasy. Yeah, it's just stomping my dudes all over the place. Counts as a vehicle. Does it? I thought it was like a demon. Oh well. Anti-infantry. Anti-vehicle. Rather. Oh, there's a war boss. He's a big kid. And his morale's broke. do like the war boss model in this game. It's got a big claw and a big hand, big gun. He's a bit shorter than you'd expect, but okay. Pull back a bit.
My faith is my shield.
No, don't build flamers. We need bigger weapons than flamers.
Be a glorious one.
There is no such thing as innocence.
This day shall be a glorious one.
We don't have melters. I upgraded melters. Are they only equipped on my assault troops? Something else I'm gonna have to get used to. No, Dreadnought.
Today the enemy shall be feared.
These are actually transports. They can fit orc boys inside of them. That squad got wiped out.
For the glory of the Emperor. Confirmed. By my command. Attack. Agreed. Confirmed. Confirmed. I shall not fail.
No.
Together to victory.
I don't think he can get close enough to my units. So we'll just stand here and shoot it. Oh no, I killed my servitor.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperial.
Come on. Oh, it's decided it can attack.
Today the enemy shall be feared.
There we go.
What's your order?
Ugh.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Hope is the first step on the road to
My
disappointment.
faith is my shield.
We'll get better options to deal
Praise
with
the
those
Emperor.
later. How much did we lose?
Praise the Emperor.
Oh, thanks.
Taking heavy fire.
The looted Lehman Russ.
The Emperor protects.
Oh.
He who stands with me shall be my brother. Beware.
Gabriel, let's go over there. Stop charging into melee. I know, you know, for the Emperor and all that.
I cannot obey your army. My mind is focused and ready for it.
No such thing as innocence. Only to reason.
We stand ready.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Let's bring our whirlwinds up. They probably help.
Ever vigilant. Direct us to the rally point. We are the Emperor's chosen.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
Shoot it. Fill it full of bolters. Bolter rounds. Yeah, this is a Lehman Russ tank like we saw in one of the previous missions, except the orcs have gone and stolen it. And they've given it all these flashy bits.
Venerate the immortal.
Fear denies faith. What's your order? Fear denies faith. We stand ready.
It's a thing for the orcs where they can essentially just take take vehicles from at least the Imperial Guards and just add them into their army.
We stand ready.
An open mind is like a fortress.
They just like looting things.
Unguarded.
I don't know the limitations on that though. There's Some vehicles they probably wouldn't be able to loot because they're either sentient or like you wouldn't get a looted dreadnought.
Awaiting orders. Direct us to the enemy. Leaving wing. Direct us to the enemy. Awaiting orders. Awaiting orders. Kill. Squad morale restored. What is your order?
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
Okay. Are you done yet?
Taking haste. Maintain attack formation.
An open mind is like a fortress.
Oh jeez. Okay.
Guarded.
It's just all the
There is no such thing as innocence.
This day shall be a glorious one.
still
for
wish
the
I had
Heresy grows.
yeah, you've got melter bombs. Still wish I had apothecaries.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
We can't build them yet.
Fear denies faith.
We fly you up here. Chuck a melter bomb on this.
What's your order?
It did some damage.
Weapons at ready. It is time. Return ever vigilant.
The Emperor protects. Agreed.
Let's build missile launchers.
Its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Ever vigilant.
Okay. Can upgrade that to a monastery. Not that it's going to do anything because we already have one. Get a power fist. What
Taking
these other
damage.
buildings upgrades we can get, but I don't think we can actually get them. We don't have the
At your command.
buildings to get the next level.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Gonna have to push against them. They're just massing Lehman, looted Lehman Grosses.
Awaiting orders.
There we go.
Urge. Kill. Engaging the enemy. From a rally point.
Today the enemy shall know
Returning to
fear.
battle.
Is
Yes, my lord.
While the enemies of the Emperor still drawn back. Today the enemy shall know fear.
just
What's your order? What's your order?
at the moment their tanks are the biggest threat, so just focus on anti-armor.
Taking damage.
There we go.
Attack formation.
What would you have me do?
Cleanse. Purge. Kill. Revolt.
Praise the Emperor. On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Okay. Them.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Go.
Fear our wrath.
Beware the Alien.
Understood.
Okay, keep pushing down.
Us.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
Maintain attack formation. Faith is our shield. Orders received. What's your order? Activating
Fly up. Phone died. Oh no. Phone. There we go.
weapons at ready. It is time.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Taking damage. Orders received.
Destroy the buildings. Destroy the vehicles.
Squad morale restored.
Restore morale.
Praise the Emperor.
Stay vigilant. Awaiting orders. Weapons at ready. It is time.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Get him.
Attacking at orders.
Them. That. And that. Nice. there.
Here are our 8 pulses engaging the enemy.
The rocket launchers do have long range.
None shall stop us.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, my faith is my shield.
There we go.
Moving out.
Whirlwind here.
The enemies they hang.
Praise the Emperor.
Not the tiniest assault,
Today
but
shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Commencing attack.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there will be no peace.
Fear denies.
actually vaguely remember this. Like, looted tanks being quite annoying just because they got so many hit points.
Cleanse. Purge.
Whirlwind artillery tank here.
There is no such thing.
At least early on, since I don't have Predator tanks and they with lance cannons, which would help a lot.
Stand before us. I serve. There is no such thing as innocence.
Awaiting orders. Faith is our
Move over here. Actually, those were just Gretchen.
Whirlwind here.
Where is...
Yes, Lord.
There you are.
Yes, Lord.
Okay, once we get this point,
heresy grows.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no peace.
we'll build a machine cult up here
My
and start
faith
making
is
some
my
dreadnoughts.
shield.
My best anti-armor would be crack grenades and dreads. We have crack grenades? We've got melter bombs. They're only on an assault squad, so which are otherwise not very good against vehicles. Dreadnoughts, yeah, I should build more dreadnoughts.
Area secured.
And just duff them up in melee. That. And there we go. Just love the persistent bodies. I do too. It's really nice.
This day shall be a glorious
And it really
one
doesn't-
for the Imperium.
Tank the frame rate as much as you'd expect. Like, I'm pretty sure these are as
Today,
detailed
the
as they
enemy
are
shall
when they're
know fear.
alive. Might be a little lower quality, but not by much. And considering you could have so many on the battlefield, even at the time, I don't think I noticed any significant frame rate drop from having massive amounts of bodies everywhere.
Yes.
Now, when
most
I've played with the
beneficent
Ultimate
one,
Apocalypse mod,
with all
yeah,
due haste.
you start to see a frame rate drop when you
Praise
end
the
up with
Emperor.
thousands of them, but the few which you get during a mission like this is, or a skirmish battle is. It did back in the day, but this is an old game. Oh, come on. It's not that old. Yeah, it has been a while. I can't remember exactly what it was like when it first came out.
Moving out.
But
On
I think it
alert,
would have
brothers.
taken quite a bit.
The enemy must
Ever
be nearby.
vigilant.
You can turn
Orders
it down, though.
received.
I think in the settings you have the option to, yeah, persistent bodies. How many of them, how often it clears them out.
Beware the alien.
Taking heavy fire.
No!
Follow me into battle. Agreed. Faith and duty.
Shoot buildings, blow them up.
To me, my brothers! Space Marines, advance!
Rally is also useful because for a while after it's used, it actually stops the unit from losing morale. Though it doesn't last too long.
Praise the Emperor. The Emperor protects.
Okay, get that wire banner.
By my command. Attack!
Go.
Praise the Emperor.
That looted Lehman Russ.
Yes, most beneficent
And I
one.
want you to build a machine cult. Over there.
Ever vigilant.
Hey, guess what? Melter. Ow.
Praise the Emperor.
Ah! Hold the fire! Hold the fire!
We must go back to the first step on the road to disappointment.
There we go.
Regrouping.
Okay.
My mind is focused and ready for action.
Oh, good to hear.
At once. Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
I think it was early 2000s. I believe this came out in 2004. So, just over
At your
partway
command,
through.
Ever vigilant.
I do remember when I first bought when I bought it. I played the demo the day before and I was like, yes, this is a good game. And I went down and got it the next day. Very enjoyable. High difficulty bolters do almost no damage to vehicles. Change how effective weapons are versus unit types. All becomes more important as difficulty goes up. It certainly becomes harder to maintain.
For the honor of the chapter. Faith and duty.
Okay, let's destroy this bigger generator here. Boom.
For terror. By my command. Attack. By my command.
And this boy's hut.
We are united in his service.
Move back a bit.
I exist to
Put
serve.
another thermoplasma generator over there.
Heresy grows from idleness.
Oh,
There
apothecaries.
is no such thing
We
as
stand
innocence.
ready.
Only degrees of
Awaiting orders.
Okay, do we have any more vehicle upgrade? No, we don't. Why? I thought 20 is how much you should be able to have. Why are we on 19? Yeah, whatever.
Moving out. His will be done.
Heresy grows from idleness. What is your order? I have
Yes, most beneficent one.
Okay. Build that there. Not like we need it. 16,000 requisition and 34,000 power.
I am ready to serve again. We are the Emperor's chosen. Command me.
Okay, upgrade that. Have any research waiting? No, just my turrets. It's because the turrets have the option to upgrade to a missile turret.
I have awoken. I am the instrument of his will. I am the instrument of his will.
Okay,
Do I detect
Let's,
uncertainty in your purpose?
move up to their base. Boom.
Taking heavy fire. I am the instrument of his will. I shall end.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath,
Push up to here.
walk softly.
Stop, stop. Stand.
I am the instrument of his will. Orders received, brother. Weapons at ready.
Today the enemy shall know fear. I shall
Yeah.
not fail.
Push back a bit. Let the dreadnoughts deal with that because they have better
Awaiting
armor.
orders. Yes, my lord.
Whirlwind artillery tank here. They will never see it coming.
It is better to die for the Emperor
Jump.
than for yourself.
Nice.
Identifying targets.
Go deal with this settlement. Oh, poor Gretchen.
Taking heavy fire. I have awoken. Command me.
Whirlwind here.
There. Get the pile of guns. That's the Orc Research Building. It's exactly what it sounds like. Just a tent stuffed with weapons. I think it says loot on the side or something.
Take courage back. It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. For the Emperor. I am the instrument of his will.
Okay.
I shall end you.
Sad what happened in the series versus Martinez and a couple of heroes that became over and died. I can't say I'm the most happy over the course that the game took. Though, you know, I have seen people say that the third game is an alright game, and if they have fun with it, that's fine. It's just, for someone who hopes more of like Dawn of War 1, it's a bit sad. Dawn of War 2 is fun, but it is more squad based rather than building a base and army. So, what do I have to do? Destroy the entire base.
Ever vigilant.
Have we not done so?
Hope is the first step on the road to disappointment.
I am ready
Is there
to
some base
serve.
down here which we haven't destroyed?
I serve mankind.
Over here or something.
Whirlwind here. Approaching target. As you command. Moving out. As you command.
Oh, there we go.
Never see it coming.
There's a boys' hut over here.
Awaiting orders.
While the enemies of the Emperor still call ground. This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
Anything else?
I am ready to serve. Again.
Yep, there's another boys' hut.
Mankind.
Oh, and another pile of guns.
Follow me into
Go.
battle.
And over here. Nice.
We are united in his service. Brother Tantheus.
Burned beyond recovery of his gene seed, along with Brother Michaelis. Nothing was left of them save for ash. They burned from the inside out.
Anything else to report?
The Orc warboss has been destroyed, but we saw a dropship leave the area. Captain, she bore the 8-pointed star.
The mark of the ruinous powers of chaos.
The forces of chaos. Here? Now?
Tartarus has endured several Black Crusades led by the terrible Chaos Champions. However, it seems too convenient that orcs and these heretics are here at the same time. But I trust the eyes of our scouts. Isidore, do you sense anything?
No, I have sensed nothing. But if the nature of Brother Tantheus's demise is any indication, then they would have a sorcerer with them who would be capable of masking their presence, especially with all the background static caused by the orcs.
Ah, our honored guest has arrived.
Who is it?
Inquisitor Mordecai Toth, protector of the Emperor's divine word and will.
Is he here to take command?
An Inquisitor may have near unlimited power. Yes, he can commission the service of any Imperial citizen, from peasant to planetary governor, but
I shall not cede command of my Space Marines to him, Inquisitor or not.
Then why is he here? Does he suspect one of us of heresy?
He is an Inquisitor. They suspect everyone of heresy. If chaos taints this world, then that explains his presence. We must share with him what we discovered. Inquisitor Toth, welcome to Tartarus.
Thank you, Captain. But we have little time for courtesies. You and your men must leave Tartarus. Now.
Ooh. Okay, well, you heard the man. Time to go. Sure.
The orcs have been repelled, and the war boss has been defeated. But this war is far from over. The orcs still threaten to overcome several major population centers, and could mass more than a large enough force to overwhelm the Imperial armies present on the planet. We have bought time, nothing more. But this is no longer a primary concern. Our scouts have recovered evidence that the forces of Chaos, the great enemy, may be operating on this planet, right under our very noses. We must face this foe wherever they stand. If there is even a chance that they are here, we must seek them out and destroy them. Inquisitor Toth is demanding that we leave the planet, but of all the powers his position grants him, commandeering a space marine company is not one of them. I must admit that I find his presence unwelcome so soon after the events on my homeworld of Cyrene. Inquisitors have a way of inflaming a guilty conscience, and that I do not need right now.
Okay. More orcs. I do like these screens which it shows in between missions. It just sort of goes. It sort of just shows. I suppose you just get the feeling that, you know, well, you're not going to be dealing with the orcs. You thought you might be able to beat them back and defeat them completely, but no. Oh, right.
This warp storm could trap us here for a month or for a century. We cannot risk staying here. We must evacuate Tartarus before it arrives in 3 days' time.
The Imperial Guard and Holy Fleet can attend to the evacuation. The Blood Ravens have more pressing matters to contend with.
Such as?
I believe agents of Chaos have taken strong root here.
I sense no taint here. Even so, were there a Chaos presence on Tartarus, it is better we leave them here with the orcs than waste more lives fighting them. We could wish no worse fate for either of our enemies, and to be trapped with the other. But we must leave here now.
That is a matter for my brothers and I to decide. We will use these 3 days to settle our affairs and satisfy our suspicions. Meanwhile, you have our transports to facilitate evacuation.
Colonel Brom, the captain and I must attend to matters of faith. If you would leave us, please.
But surely this involves me as a...
Forgive me for not being clear on the matter. I said please, when in fact I meant now.
This does involve him. You should have shown him a modicum of respect.
Captain, you uncovered extensive heresy on your home world. Cyrene, was it?
That has nothing to do with the events here on Tartarus.
But I believe they do. You requested the Inquisition undertake an exterminatus, the destruction of your planet's entire populace, which we obliged.
I still fail to see...
Captain, I am not questioning your loyalty, but I must wonder if your actions on Cyrene have not affected your judgment. Perhaps that was a poor choice of words. I merely fear that you might see chaos, but it does not exist. I ask that as a loyal subject of the Emperor, you serve the Imperium's interest before your own agenda.
Captain, that Inquisitor had no right to speak to you in such manner. But perhaps he is right. The coming storm will trap our enemies here, where they can consume one another.
And what if the forces of Chaos escape the system before the storm? No. We will not use this freak occurrence as an excuse to avoid our enemies, or our responsibility. They are here for a reason, and we will discover that reason.
We are with you, brother Captain, as always.
The humans are coming your way in full force. You should hear their heavy feet long before you see them, and smell them long before that.
Orbital Command has indicated the dropship landed in this general proximity. We've discovered a path, Captain. It's obvious someone has been digging here.
Cut by orcs?
I've never seen an orc lend such a careful hand to a task.
If it wasn't orcs, then it must be the forces of chaos. We will follow this path and discover the truth behind what has transpired here.
Okay. The way they turn on the spot's so funny. It is rather. I do. It's just sort of every time they turn around, they're just like,
will
what?
now be available to us. Construct it, and we will have access to powerful
Here
abilities.
to serve.
Okay, good. Yay, we've got this. Sacred artifact.
Venerate the
On
immortal
alert,
emperor.
brothers. The enemy must be
And
nearby.
we have Mordecai Toth. He has Smite and Weakened Resolve. He
Fear
is a
not the
psyker,
psyker.
like our librarian.
Yes.
And Colonel Brom too, who has rank. Interesting that they label these two, but they don't label the main characters.
Scouts awaiting orders.
Okay, why are you all on your own?
And mark
Marine
any
squad
enemy
deployed.
positions.
Ever vigilant.
Okay. We actually, we don't have a requisition point here.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Step on the road to
You join them.
What would you have me do?
You join them.
He who stands with
And
me shall
you'll head
be
off.
my brother.
So hold ground.
Yes, my lord.
How can I serve?
Marine squad
I am
deployed.
ready
How
to
can I
pass
serve?
judgment.
It will be done.
You get to lead a squad of Space Marines.
Today, the
I trust
enemy
in your
shall know
judgment.
fear.
Knowledge is power.
Let's
Hide
go
it
up here.
well. An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Dawn of War 1 was made mostly of Warhammer 40,000 memes. It didn't really seem that silly to me when I first played it.
Like a fortress
The voice
with its
acting
gates
was,
unbarred
you know,
and unguarded.
hammy,
Knowledge
but
is
I can't,
power.
it's kind of
Hide
appropriate
it
for the
well.
setting.
Do I detect uncertainty?
Yes,
in your
so many
purpose?
memes.
Venerate the immortal emperor.
I do.
Okay, get this requisition point. Go. Yeah, these scouts are dead.
Scouts in position.
Well,
What is it you desire? On my way.
go there, and we can get another squad. We could be here all day reciting all the memes from this series.
Mission accomplished.
It does get a bit better in some of the later ones. I think in Dark Crusade, most of the Chaos
Marine squad deployed. Yes,
Lords
my
and all
lord.
that are represented as being just kind of stupid. But I think in Dark Crusade, is that one where Eliphas is? It's actually rather competent.
Cleanse.
Or at least more
Yes, most
more
beneficent
lucid
one. Build routine settings, most
than many of the other
beneficent
ones.
one.
We're gonna need a monastery for this.
Yes, Lord.
Go over here.
Initializing
And
build
build that.
protocol.
And come back here.
Only degrees of guilt.
None can stand before the
You can join him
Inquisition.
there.
I will crush the enemy beneath my boot.
I stand ready.
While the enemies of the
My
Emperor
knowledge
still
is at
draw
your
breath,
disposal.
there can be no peace.
Okay. Move up here. Let's see.
Orcs, attack!
Feel my wrath.
They're just standing there.
Wait. They weren't attacking. They were fleeing.
Knowledge is power. What could inspire fear in an orc?
Too much Daka.
Yes, most beneficent one. I shall obey your instructions.
Come on. There we go.
Build routine 721 initiated.
Too hard to imagine Dawn of War 1 having 3 expansions. They did manage to... the game did have a pretty lengthy lifespan. When did Soulstorm come out? Let's see, this was 2004. The next one was probably the next year. 2008?
Here to serve.
2007?
Here to serve. Yes, Lord.
Hope is the
Pretty good
first
for the
step
series.
on
And
the
I did
road to
enjoy each of them,
disappointment.
even Soulstorm, which
Knowledge
is
is
generally
power.
considered the weakest
Hide
of
it
them.
well.
I await your instructions. Initialize.
Okay, build another generator.
Most beneficent one.
And we have to go up here. Spoilers. Odd flags.
Consolidating
Yes,
position
Lord.
on the objective.
Okay.
With all
Beware
due
Build
haste.
that point.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Yes, yes.
Yes, Lord.
Dark Crusade was the best. I think Soulstorm's match were pretty meh. I do agree. At least that Dark Crusade was the best. Do you mean for the Soulstorm's match for the campaign? Honestly, can't remember it too much. I found the factions to be fine. Maybe the maps were... I don't know. As I said, I haven't played it since it first came out. Any of them, really. I have played through Winter Assault. I did actually own Winter Assault for the longest time. I do now. For some reason I never picked
This
it up.
day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
I suppose because it just came with one faction as opposed to two for the others.
My knowledge is at your
Yes,
disposal.
most beneficent one. Yes, Lord.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
I'll probably just choose a faction to play through
knowledge
the
is at
later
your
ones
disposal.
when we get to
Something
them.
is not right here. These orc bodies do not look like they were dispatched by Imperial hands. We must
Knowledge is
proceed
power.
with caution.
Hide it well.
Yes. Dead. Well, there's nothing new there. We've been killing orcs since we got
I
here.
await your instructions.
Knowledge is power. Hide it well.
The factions play totally different.
Through discipline,
That's a very
we
enjoyable part.
prevail. At once.
Eldar,
Perhaps we were mistaken about the presence of the forces of chaos.
be it Eldar or
Get
chaos,
out of here.
I will have answers either way. Press on.
Fear not.
Destroy any Eldar webway gates that lie in your path.
Mind
That's
of the
these.
matter.
We've got space elves. Quite a heavy infestation. There we go.
At once.
The Emperor
Knowledge
protects.
is power. Hide it well.
They're bone singers and all their shrine buildings. This is
Praise
the
the Emperor.
craftword Beeltan, I think.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
I await your instructions. I will
Okay,
do
let's build
as
this
you
here.
ask.
It's another interesting thing in Dawn of War, similar to what was I saying before? That the killer cans are used more often for the orcs rather than the death droids, which are the equivalent of the. I think are the equivalent in power for the
Hope is the first step on the road to
for
disappointment.
the Space Marine Dreadnought.
Consolidating position on the objective.
But the base unit for the Eldar is the Guardian here, which I think in the tabletop is actually the Dire Avenger. Because I think Guardians are more like militia. They're not really fighters.
There is no such thing as innocence. Only
but they use just like the
guilt.
baseline troop. This.
With all
We're gonna need to get another servitor because they killed him. Or killed him.
Scouts ready.
Okay. And we're going to need to build an armory and the other buildings and all that. Lagging behind on us all. Oh. Let's go past before I can read things. The only bad thing you say is the only guy kind of break the game since you can rush every map once you get to about 3 of them. 100 you need 2 units. Remember, there's an orc upgrade for 3 basic units. It's easy upgrades you can get during the campaign. They do make the campaign rather hilarious in Dark Crusade and Soulstorm. Especially the like commander units. It's just like, oh yeah, we've got an army here in this region, but I'm just going to use my lord, and he can take it all out on his own. I don't need anything else.
There is no such thing as innocence, only degrees of guilt.
Spam 4 barracks. It's just massive trash orcs, yeah. How you need to go not too far to melee. Success. Necrons are OP, yeah, because the leader being nigh unkillable in a resurrection orb. Yeah, just the sheer amounts of damage the Necron Lord could deal was just like soloing multiple tanks and armies. On top of that, having your army and then resurrection orb just summoning all of your units back. Ridiculous. I don't think he's actually the toughest Lord in the game. I think that is Gorguts. I think. Or the Orc War Boss, I think, is tougher. Overall. It's been ages since I played Dark Crusade campaign. If this is what we're talking about. Any of those ones, really, actually. Dark Crusade and Soulstorm of the campaigns. Winter Assault, I think, just has the choice of playing as either 4 or 5 of the factions in the game. I think it's only 4, isn't it? Okay, upgrade the monastery, get our heavy weapons. And we need more lads, so upgrade a fortified position.
Yes, Lord.
Ugh, so slow. More requisition. Town basically gives you a new gun per upgrade that also fires deep striking skin flares. Yeah. Winter Assault added Imperial Guard and Eldar as playable, you think? I think it was just the Imperial Guard. Eldar are playable in Dawn of War 1. I'm pretty sure. And I had like a... well...
I will do as you ask.
I don't want to spoil too much about it before we get to it.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Okay, we're just waiting on a monastery. Listening to the music, it's not really what you'd expect for a Warhammer 40,000 game. It's a lot less gothic chanting than you'd think. It still fits, but it's... like this track in particular. It's a lot more electronic than you'd think, I suppose.
Marine squad deployed.
You only played Winter Assault once. Yeah.
Yes, my lord.
I remember it's got Chaos in it, it's got Orcs in it, I'm pretty sure it's got Imperial Guard, and Eldar, I think, is the other faction you can play as. I don't know whether you play as Space Marines in it. I don't think so. I could be wrong.
What is your order? Onward to glory!
I played through it as each faction?
Rose from idleness. promise.
All the campaigns are pretty similar.
We stand ready.
I await your instructions.
Let's build. Can't build a machine cult. Need more requisition.
Yes, Lord.
I'll build a sacred artifact. At least that way we'll get our special abilities. Not enough space.
Build routine 721.
Plop it down up there.
initiated.
Does this path go anywhere? No, just to the edge of the map.
Direct us to the enemy.
Have a look up there.
Orders received. Weapons at ready. It is time.
There's two campaigns, Chaos and Order. Oh. Right.
Ever vigilant. Orders received.
You kind of like...
brother. Onward to glory!
There's two endings per campaign depending on which side you win with.
Fear our wrath.
Okay,
Understood.
okay.
Understood. Moving out.
Yeah, right, because like the last battle was... the second last battle is like...
Apothecaries are standing by to tend to our wounded. Build them at the sacred artifact.
Oh, thank you. The second last battle, I think it's just choosing between like Chaos and Orcs or something. Okay.
Awaiting orders.
We can get Apothecaries. And apparently there's... Oh, there is a cap on them. You can get 4.
Yes, Lord.
They're useful. They heal your dudes.
Apothecary ready. The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's Apothecary ready.
You attach them to squads,
Requires my aid.
and the whole squad gets healing now.
Direct me to the injured.
I think they actually heal in an area around
I
them,
follow your commands.
not just to that squad.
No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I... What are your needs? Direct me to the injured.
Yes, most beneficent one.
They're useful to have. Build this. Might have to destroy one of my turrets down here, but build that there.
Initiated.
Great requisition. Power.
The fallen shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest.
And you can only attach one
The battlefield awaits.
one of these types of attachable units to a squad at a time, so.
I follow your commands.
Since we've got Colonel Brom here attached to the squad, we can't attach a
No
apothecary,
servant
but he can
of the
stand
Emperor
nearby.
shall fall if I
He heals
can help it. The battlefield awaits.
Well, survivability goes up when he's actually in the squad. We can upgrade our commanders with veteran upgrade. Increases maximum health and health recharge rate of the force commander and librarian. Increases the recharge rate of all their abilities. Increases the maximum damage dealt by them. Also got Inspiring Aura, which provides all infantry units near the force commander a damage bonus as passive. And Word of the Emperor for the librarian, which while it's activated, no infantry near the librarian will fall in battle unless the librarian himself is killed. Right, nice. And you're under very heavy fire.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby. Faith and duty.
I await your
I want you down here.
Build routine 721
There.
initiated.
The
Those Eldar
battlefield
really aren't
awaits.
attacking.
I follow your commands. The battlefield awaits.
Let's get... Can't get Assault Marines in this level? I suppose because you could break the scripting by jumping them all over the place.
Yes, Lord.
Hey, we can get Hellfire Dreadnoughts. Oh, apparently those are a thing in this game. These ones are just focused on ranged. They have, I think, the Assault Cannon And they have a rack of missiles.
Here to serve.
Let's just hope he doesn't spawn behind here and get stuck. Actually, come to think of it. I can fit one there. No, I can't.
I exist to serve.
Okay. Well, Space Marines. And I'll head out now. That's enough building and all that.
Remembered as the Emperor's finest.
Yeah, I'm on.
No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it.
There's just a path of dead orcs here.
No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it. I follow your commands. Direct me to the injured. Marine squad deployed. Direct me to the injured.
Anything down here? Nope. Again, the environments are nicely
no servant of the Emperor shall fall
filled out
I can help
with all the trees and being able to see the tops of the tree line there.
I follow your commands.
Dark Reapers, fall back. We need Rhino transport tanks. They will allow us to get through unscathed and attack the Dark Reapers on those cliffs above.
Don't fall back.
Direct me to the injured.
Rhino transports are now available. Build them at the machine
Rhinos.
No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can
Sorry.
help it.
I try not to make too many references to all the
Yes,
memes.
most
Just all.
beneficent one. Yes, most beneficent one.
Repeated endlessly until they all
Building
make you
Sector 1 initiated. Yes, most beneficent one.
Okay, was there a point down here? No, there wasn't.
As you wish.
There was no point.
I am ready
Let's
to
get a
serve
Hellfire.
again.
Because they're yelling at me to build a
with me shall be my brother.
to build a Rhino.
Praise the Emperor.
And because all of my
Fallen shall be
Space
forever
Marines are stuck up
remembered
here.
as the Emperor's finest.
My knowledge is at your disposal.
What are your needs?
I stand ready.
Actually, do that.
What is your order?
Okay.
Cleanse.
I can
Purge.
move up.
Kill.
Yes, Lord.
Now, we need to upgrade our vehicle cap. Can we get the Fortress Monastery?
Apothecary here.
Even in death, I still serve.
Direct me to the injured.
Yeah, the Dark Reapers weren't anything too special. They're the Eldar's anti-infantry. They've got like heavy bolter equivalents for the entire squad.
Rhino transport deployed.
I follow your commands.
Command me.
Come on.
Even in death, I still
What are your
serve.
needs?
Don't block.
I stand ready.
I am the instrument of his will.
What are your needs?
I do wish units could move through each other a bit better in
He
this
who
game.
stands with me shall be my brother.
Okay, go up here.
I follow your commands.
Oh, hey, it's a fight. Oh, and warp spiders. Get out of here.
The battlefield awaits. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it.
Come on. Eldar, do a better showing. Ugh.
I turn off. How can I serve? The battlefield awaits. Apothecary here. Fire in the hole. No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be
Okay.
nearby.
Nope. hype up the Eldar as being this spooky force, and then it's like, well, they die pretty easily.
Await your instructions. I exist to serve.
We are the Emperor's
Those Xenos
chosen.
shall stand against the might of the Imperial's
Faith is our
finest.
shield.
I await your instructions. Initializing build protocol.
Okay.
For the Emperor!
Oh, do we have our Rhino? We do. It's our Rhino transport. It's like the Whirlwind, except it doesn't have the turret on top.
Take refuge within our
Like I say, originally, that when I first heard of the Rhino transport, way back when I first saw the tabletop game, which would probably, I'd probably been about 10 or 11 or something, I thought that by the name Rhino transport, I thought my friend Bender was a literal rhino. I was most disappointed when I found that it wasn't. I was very confused. But it looks nothing like a rhino.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperium.
But the Eldar are not just nuking our army because they're faster. Yeah.
What are your needs?
Oh.
No servant of the Emperor shall fall if I can help it.
Probably coming up. Your biggest pet peeve is 40k. Eldar are supposed to be a race dying out, yet their infantry are quite spammy, being cheaper than Space Marines.
I follow your commands.
Praise
I suppose it uses the it would use the same.
Taking damage to enemies of the Emperor.
I mean,
I follow your commands.
I'm kind of going to put it up to Dawn of War. Not.
I stand ready. At once.
How can I serve?
I can't really say for certain because I played.
I await your instructions.
In the tabletop, I played Necrons primarily, so you know.
Ever vigilant.
My tactics and all that pretty much revolved around move forward and shoot, but I vaguely remember the Eldar had weapons equivalent to the Space Marines. The units were generally weaker, but like equipped just as well, just as good, and they were faster. So they're supposed to be using their maneuverability to dash around and hitting you with like bolter equivalents, but it doesn't really translate too well into Dawn of War because they've just got low hit points and they try and attack you and you just gun them all down. Okay, upgrade power fists. Can we get smoke launchers? We can. Let's get some smoke launchers. Playing as a Necro Warrior back in the 3rd edition, though, it was a massive pain fighting against anyone, because it was just like, oh, you have regeneration. Just chuck grenades at you and can't regenerate from that. Templates. Ugh. I'm going to bring a tank into 500-point battle. What have you got? I've got 2 squads of 10 warriors and my lord, with no equipment. Again.
My faith is my shield.
Okay, let's put you all in here. Oh, the entire squad doesn't disappear when you tell them to embark. They have to actually individually hop in.
Disembarking. We are the Emperor's
What happens if I... Oh, okay, so the ones which are in there hop out.
What is your order?
Is that really how it used to be?
My faith is my
and we need a Rhino transport for each squad.
Hide it well.
Smoke launchers, though. Just cover. Some howling banshees. It's the Eldar melee unit. Equipped with like vibro swords or something like that. Or is that Star Wars? Anyway. They break morale when they charge at you, but yeah. Get the Viper. Now.
Initiating attack protocol 23. Orders received.
Eldar vehicles aren't necessarily as weak as they're shown. They're supposed to have like mirage shields or holographic shielding around them, so you're shooting at them and you're actually like
walk softly,
missing them because you think they're in a position where they're not. It's difficult to make out where they are.
Yes, Lord. As you wish.
Tabletop the Elder shined with their jet bikes and Falcon transports. Yeah, I don't remember much about them. I was always just jealous from playing as the Necrons that everyone else had so much war gear options for their squads. Necrons don't get that, or they didn't. Warriors just have Ghost players, which were great.
Objective.
You could just destroy vehicles with them, but
Knowledge is power.
grenades? Nope. Different weapons, you had to buy a different squad. Immortals if you wanted anti-infantry. Or, you know, better anti-infantry. I think they were? Yeah, they were. Oh, well, yeah. Back in 7th edition, the basic Necro Warrior could wound a Land Raider with a 1 in 6 chance. Yeah. Because all the Ghost Flayers were able to get an armor. Oh, jeez. It was just ridiculous. It's like, I have a squad of 10 Necrons here. Your vehicles moved within range. They haven't moved. They can fire twice each shot. And I just offload like 20 shots into your vehicle.
Ever vigilant.
He who stands with me shall be
Even
my
in
brother.
I can blow it up.
still serve.
An open
And
mind is like
that's
a
just my
fortress
basic
with
weapon.
its gates unbarred
But I
and
have
unguarded.
dedicated anti-vehicle. I remember one game I played, I was up against a Tau player, and they had a oh geez, one of their heavy weapons vehicles. What was it? I think it was the one with the railgun on it. And first turn I go first, and I have my heavy destroyer here, and I shoot at this vehicle, and one shot is all it took, and it blew up.
Is eternal.
I felt rather bad for that.
Onward to glory. Weapons at ready. It is time.
I mean, you can probably do that with a lot of things, but...
Stay vigilant, brothers. Maintain attack formation. Heresy grows from idleness. Apothecary here.
An open mind is like a fortress
Playing against Space Marines players and having the battle go, okay, I wipe out 5 of your guys.
Eldar are not in league together.
When one enemy attacks another, it does not mean they aren't in league, just that they are living up to their lack of honor.
And those who lack honor deserve death. The Emperor protects.
I am the instrument of his will.
Okay.
The battlefield awaits your command. Apothecary here. Heresy grows from idleness.
Chuck grenades.
Moving
Good,
out.
good.
Faith is our shield.
But they just keep teleporting in. Have they got a webway up there? They do.
Remembered as the Emperor's finest.
The Eldar teleport around using these webway portals.
For the glory of the Imperium. We are the Emperor's chosen.
Well,
Onward to glory.
I am the instrument
push up.
of his will.
For the glory of the Emperor.
Another grenade.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Ever vigilant. How could I serve? I follow your plan. You shall be forever remembered as the Emperor's finest. Engaging the enemy. Moving out. The fallen shall be
Geez, that is a lot of firepower. Will you cut it out?
ever vigilant.
Walk softly.
I am the instrument of his will.
We are the Emperor's chosen.
I am ready to serve. Again.
Enough of you. See, those guns the Dark Reapers have, I'm pretty sure are supposed to be equivalent of our heavy bolters, but
We are united in his service.
not very impressive.
What's your order?
My faith is my shield.
What's that? Oh, that's
Follow
you.
my lead.
Meow, meow. Ah!
Taking any fire. Fear denies faith.
Also bought Necrons for tabletop. One of the best worst tanks in the game, the Monolith. I haven't actually got a Monolith for my army. The most I got vehicle-wise was a heavy destroyer and a what's it called? A Tomb Spider? Time you got the monolith that had great armor but had terrible fields of fire. Got maybe 4 particle cannons or particle weapons. Die. Anything dumb enough to try to melee. Yeah, I can't remember. I don't actually know how much the monolith changed in later editions. I remember them being able to deep strike units through them. But as I said, I didn't have one. So.
Praise the Emperor.
Awaiting orders. Weapons at ready. Faith is our shaking head. Heresy grows.
Word of the Emperor. Shall not die this day.
On alert, brothers. The enemy must be nearby.
Stay vigilant.
This day shall be a glorious one for the Imperial.
Could you, like, stop charging into melee again?
Today the enemy shall be feared. Beware the Indian.
My knowledge is at your disposal. I shall never venerate the
Emperor protects.
Keep shooting at the settlement. There we go.
Moving out. Commencing
sorrow and carry a big gun.
I kind of wish it was something for the orcs in the
Weapons at ready.
skirmish mode, that their buildings would spawn units of orcs when you destroy them.
Yes, my lord.
Okay. Ah, quiet.
We are the Emperor's chosen. Stay vigilant, brothers.
Oh.
Knowledge is power. Hide
Sure.
it well. Through the destruction of our enemies do we earn our salvation.
Oh, there's some more buildings over there.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for
There
yourself.
is no such thing as innocence.
It is
I think we've lost our apothecaries.
live for yourself.
Do I detect uncertainty in your purpose? My knowledge is at your disposal. At your command.
No.
An open mind is like a fortress.
I want
with
you
its
to go
gates
there.
unbarred and
I
unguarded.
await your instructions.
Go over here.
Rhino ready.
Rhino.
We
Go over
carry
here.
the virtuous.
Faith is eternal.
And get part of the guns.
Orders
Go.
received.
Faith is eternal. Command me.
Venerate the immortal
Okay.
Emperor.
Take the point.
Onward to glory. Awaiting orders. Ever vigilant. Understood.
He who stands with
Fear
me shall
denies
be
faith.
my brother.
Heresy grows from idleness. Faith is our shield. Orders received.
Fear not
And-
the Psycho.
You can get 2 more plasma guns.
I await your instructions.
You have anything else we can research up here? Nope.
Position secure. What are your needs?
Wish I had the building to deep strike you. They're redeploying.
I await your instructions.
What's this? Oh, it's about the monolith. Became slightly cheaper, got new epoch rules as you fielded a few of them together. Yeah, I remember that. The monolith in, like, what was it, like a phalanx formation or something like that? You had 3 of them, and it increased the chance of resurrection rolls for any units inside in the triangle they formed. And increased their armor save or something like that. Oh, geez, like Necrons need to be tougher to kill. Necrons in the tabletop at least had armor equivalent to Space Marines, had weapons as good as heavy bolters, and on top of that, if they got knocked down and their squad wasn't completely wiped out, they were able to get back
Yes,
up again
Lord.
next turn if you rolled.
Here to serve.
I think it was a 4 to 6.
I shall
I think
obey.
it was like a 50% chance. Pretty good. As I was saying before we started this battle here, the watching Space Marines destroy like 4 or 5 models of a squad And then you rolling and like 4 of them get back up was it was quite fun.
As you wish. Build routine
There is no such thing as innocence.
But then the Imperial Guardsman comes with the tank and it's just like blam, there they all go. Well,
protocol.
eventually they change armor to toughness and gave it regeneration. Yeah, the monolith also had like, I think it was like 14 armor on each side, which was like the front armor of a rhino or something like that. It was pretty ridiculous. It auto-targeted things around it with its particle whips. Not particle whips, the particle cannons or something. Actually, I have my rulebook around here somewhere. Not gonna start reading from that. It's all 3rd edition, so date. 1 and 6, 2 and 6 was all Cryptek. Had reanimation protocols. Came back with 3 wounds. Yeah, I think they... Yeah. I think pretty much every unit in the Necron army had... when I was playing, pretty much every unit in Necron army had resurrection protocols, except for pariahs, because they were... Not... Technically, they weren't full Necrons. Like half biological. And maybe commanders could have come back? Actually, no, they had like... The main thing I remember is them having to have remaining units in their squad to be able to resurrect. If the entire squad got wiped out in a turn, then they couldn't resurrect. Unless some other thing was able to... You know, there's probably a caveat to that. I was never one too much for playing the game, playing the tabletop.
Faith is eternal.
My knowledge of the rules is quite
again.
Fuzzy.
Yes, most beneficent one.
Commanders needed a special item to get right.
At last, back to war.
Most players hate Necroblade, so that's why I played. I only played a few times. I didn't feel too bad. I tended to lose because other factions had more options, and we tended to play 500 point matches. So, if 500 points, the Necrons at least they used to really suffer because you had to take a minimum, and that minimum was like all 500 points.
With courage and honor.
Damn it, Eldar! Stop spawning! There are as many Eldar as a plot requires, but not this many. There we go.
Establishing a secondary base near this location will give us a forward position with which to engage the enemy.
Way ahead of you. Wait. What? Oh, we missed a place over there.
Moving out.
Okay. Turn around. We're going back, lads.
By his word.
Let's get dreadnoughts. In addition, you played in Necrons with auto lose if the casualties drop below 30%. That's the entire army would teleport out. That was the thing when I played, yeah. You didn't have to defeat all of them. You just had to defeat most of them, and then the remnants would phase out. I think it was like, yeah, like when you had a certain number of your command points value of your units left or something. I forget how much it was exactly.
I await your instructions.
I remember at the place where we played.
I am the instrument of his will.
One of the people, he had
By his word, I will purge the unclean.
He actually had a Necron army, but it was a the older Necrons, so they were all the really bulky, like all the really bulky Necrons. Before they became the sleek skeletons, they were these really like hefty looking androids made out of metal.
Yes,
they look so
most
weird.
Beneficent one.
Like a step away from when they were like chaos robots or something like that from Space Crusade.
Command me. I will purge the unclean. I have awoken.
Okay. Over here.
Take me into battle.
Are you all coming?
To me, my brothers.
You should be.
By his word.
Okay. Now.
Burn and
more Dark Reapers.
What are your needs? Let the grenade fly!
Did you chuck a grenade up on top of that hill?
We are the Emperor's chosen.
Faith is eternal. I will purge the unclean.
We don't need Rhino transport.
It is our destiny to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I will crush those who stand before me.
Yeah, we avoided that ambush.
At last, back to war. Take me into battle. I will be there soon. I have awoken. I will purge the unclean.
Ever vigilant, apothecary here. I stand with
Elder.
Command me.
This. Dark Reapers.
Take me into battle. I have waited long today.
And we'll get this missing shot.
Moving out.
Hope is the first step on the
While
Okay.
the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath, there can be no
Anything
peace.
else in here? There's actually some
For the Emperor.
civilian vehicles here. Actually, come to think of it, I was going to say civilian vehicle. I said civilian vehicle, but this looks a little spiky for a civilian vehicle. I think the forces of chaos have been here. What do you think, soldier? I don't know. The symbol looks kind of familiar.
I have awoken. Command me.
Mission accomplished.
Okay.
To me, my
Head
brothers.
back up here. Head back
I will
up
crush
here.
those who stand before me.
Here to serve.
Let's get the chapel barracks. Why do my buildings not extend my build aura? Ugh.
What are your needs?
Ugh.
I follow your
Here
commands.
to serve. I exist to serve.
I think your pathing should be good enough to get there.
Initializing build
that.
protocol.
Apothecary here.
Come on.
Weapons at ready. It is time.
Keep moving.
At last, back to war.
There you go.
I will purge the unclean. I am the instrument of his will.
Runners are so useless, and the giant chimera had multi-lasers and gun points. Going to go make food? Okay.
I will purge the unclean.
I hope the food will be tasty. We'll probably play to the end of this mission, and then we'll have a break, and then I'll switch over.
I am prepared.
These missions take quite a while.
Yes.
I mean, I'm probably just playing pretty slowly.
Scouts in position.
Okay, get the sniper rifles. Get that. Right that. And
I am ready to serve. Again.
I think the thing which makes the missions long is that you're mostly just getting all the upgrades.
I am the instrument of his will.
Okay.
I will crush those who stand before me. I will crush those who stand before me.
Go, go, go. Dreadnoughts. Stompy lads. Stomp, 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 stomp. I don't really like a dreadnought model. Look like they'd be fun to paint.
Into battle. I will crush those who stand before me.
Okay. No, Rhino! Yeah, the Rhino doesn't actually have any weapons. I mean, they can drop smoke.
Even in death, I still serve. Take me into battle. To me, my brothers.
Oh, and the Chimera is the Imperial Guard equivalent transport, and it allows the troops inside of it to shoot out. But apparently Space Marines can't do that with a Rhino. There's no points on it.
I will crush those who stand before me. I have waited long for this day.
Okay. You don't have Wraith Guard? Or Wraith Lords? Get out of here.
Attacking as ordered.
Come on! Lads! Be pro. Find a path.
Knowledge is power. I will destroy their minds and burn their bodies. Fear no Poseidon. I stand with you.
How can I serve?
Keep moving. Keep, like, having people left behind.
An open mind is like a fortress with its gates unbarred and unguarded.
Okay. Smite.
While the enemies of the Emperor still draw breath,
Destroy the webway gate, otherwise they'll just keep teleporting in. There we go. Toss.
Take me into battle.
Okay. Let's go over here.
I still serve. Faith is eternal.
These aliens don't want us to go to something, so clearly we should go to it, because...
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. I will purge the unclean. I will be there soon.
It's a hole. Looks like it was something elderish.
By his word, I will crush those who stand before me.
And there's a bowl with some fresh sacrifices on it, it seems. Ooh.
He who stands with me shall be my
Do I have to bring you all up here?
How can I serve? On my way.
I am prepared. This day shall be a glorious one for the
Hey, look at what I found.
Today the enemy shall know fear.
Oh no, there we go. Force, just a Force Commander and Librarian. Thank you.
So the good Inquisitor senses no chaos here. How fortunate for the Imperium that such keen-eyed eagles stand vigil over her gates.
What dark crafts have these Eldar invoked?
None. At least not here. The servants of Chaos sacrificed this poor guardsman themselves.
To what end, Isidore?
I know not. I believe the altar is a marker, a waypoint, in a map that leads elsewhere. Someone defaced many portions of text. Regardless of what chaos seeks here, the altar requires a sacrifice of blood, or more likely, a life.
Brother Isidore, you have an hour to study the altar. Document everything as is our tradition. Then burn it, lest its taint infect us all.
But Gabriel, there is much to learn from here. We should not be too eager to...
Learn what? Chaos does not teach. It misleads and it betrays. There is nothing to learn here, save for our next course. These transports have been damaged somehow. Make the repairs, and be quick.
Well, Brother Isidore, what betrayal have you wrought? Disabling your own vehicles? Harboring artifacts despite your good captain's instructions?
Gabriel does not understand. He does not appreciate the significance of this.
No, but I do.
Quiet, heretic. Once I find what you seek, I will use it against you for the glory of the Emperor and my brothers.
You wish to deal me a harsh blow, to prove your strength and worth. Well, then come to me. I wait at Mount Korath.
Have no fear, sorcerer. I will be there.
Yay! Dun dun dun. Honestly, though, who can resist that point? Yeah. That is 2 more missions of it done. Yep. Well, 3 more missions of it done, actually, because we started on mission 4. Plot thickens like soup. And we will continue with this next time. I'll thank you very much for joining me for Dawn of War. And I hope you'll join me again next time. This is a lot of fun. I do enjoy this game. Hope to see you then.